Hey there guys, thanks for joining us on another Kickstarter preview. Today we're having a look at Dice and Dragons. This is from Golden Egg Games, designed by Elad Goldstein. And we're going to give you an overview today, so if you like it and this is something you're interested in, you can go follow the link in the description below to the Kickstarter and go check it out. Obviously it'll have a lot more details and information on the Kickstarter itself. It's a very short Kickstarter, only a week long, so don't dilly too long. With me to show you how it works is Carla.
Hello.
Hey Carla. Alright, so Dice and Dragons is effectively, we are a party of adventurers and we are in the land of Acadia? I don't know if I've messed that up. But basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be hunting dragons a la the...
Don't do it. Don't do it. It is not like Dragonheart.
From like Bowen. So each of us will choose a character. In this particular game, we're playing 2 players. So I'm going to be the cleric. This is my character sheet, and I'll explain more about that in a minute. Carla's playing the wizard. And we're doing a one-off game, just to show you guys what this is like. But you can do it in a campaign format. There's a campaign booklet where you play through different missions and go through different dragons. So for example, in this mission we're going to be fighting the young red dragon. So we're just starting out level 1 adventurers, but as you go on you can fight the pale dragon or the young black dragon or the green dragon or the red dragon, an undead dragon, a blue dragon. There's the undead one, and they all have different attacks, different experience and gold and levels and hit points, abilities, armor class, that sort of stuff. I'm not going to focus too much on that at the moment, but the way this game works is we're going to be using dice to do our abilities. So kind of like King of Tokyo, if you're familiar with that, where on your turn you roll the dice and then you have 2 more re-rolls after that, and you're trying to match up abilities on your character sheet. So on the character sheet, yeah, you can see I'm the cleric. That's my preferred element or weapon, which is the hammer. I'm Anduin, which is my name over here. I have no armor class, and I have a max health of 24, level 1, no experience or no gold. My initiative is 6. I have no special items with me. Those are all things that will develop as the campaign goes. So after each mission or each hunt, you can then go into a village and buy potions and things like that, armor and those sort of things, spending your gold. Every time you gain experience, you can level up, increasing your abilities every year, getting new abilities, etc., more hit points, and so on. These are your abilities. So for example, I got Holy Strike, which requires a hammer, a sword, and a magic, which does 5 health points to the dragon. Or, which is unique to me as the cleric, I can roll 1 hammer to give someone a re-roll token, which allows them an extra re-roll. So they can do 3 re-rolls instead of 2, and so on. So I've got Smite, Healing Hands. I can heal 6 points of health to either me or an ally. Holy Storm, and Shield. I can give someone +2 armor class. So I'm obviously a support character, which makes the game a little easier, if you like. Where Carla is the wizard, she's pretty much do damage as much as possible. This can play up to 4 players, I believe, at one time, or you can play this solo as well. If you play this solo, you use 2 characters, and you just mark them down. And that's pretty much it. Once, the way it works is, we have 3 sort of class markers. Once I've done an ability, let's say I did Blessing, I will then cover Blessing, so I can't do it again this round. Then Carla will have a go, then I'll have another go. Let's say I did Holy Storm, then Carla will have another go, and then I do Holy Strike, and then the dragon will get to do its attack phase. And we roll, same principle again, we roll the 5 dice, keeping out any dragon dice, and we do it 2 more rerolls. There's nothing. And there's another 1, so he's got 3, which means he does Fire Breath, which does 10 health points to both of us. We subtract the armor class from that, so I've got no armor, Carla's got no armor, so that's not going to be a factor in this game. But let's say I was armor class 2, then I would take 8 damage. Also, obviously these dragon symbols will trigger during our turns as well, so you get the 2 rerolls. Let's say this is my last roll, and I've rolled this. I've now rolled 2 dragon symbols in my turn, which means he'll do the tail swipe to me. Very simple, very easy. So we'll get started, and well, in fact, we might as well just get going. So I'm initiative 6. What are you initiative, Carla?
4.
So you go first. Lower initiative is faster, so she gets to go first. She will roll the dice.
Okay. so it's not a particularly great roll for me, I have to say.
So Carla's a little more versatile, but obviously she's looking for the mana symbol.
Which I'm not getting.
Predominantly.
Crap, let's just... Nope.
Okay, so you've got what, nothing?
That was rubbish.
Yes, that was a pretty poor roll. So what's happening is, obviously, she can link up none of her abilities to those dice. Is that right?
For the main reason, as you can see on my player board, Morgana's
Upside down.
Yeah, upside down. But essentially, what's important here is the wizard symbol. So most of the characters, their main abilities over here will be, you know, revolving around that symbol that represents them. So in the wizard's case, all of her abilities require that. I think the cleric that Jason is playing actually has some magical ability, so there's a slight variant to that. But in my case, if I don't have at least one magical symbol, the wizard symbol, I can't do anything. However, there is one thing that I can do, and as I can offer my last roll of dice, I can offer one of these dice over to Jason. Now I don't have the, in fact I do have a hammer, so I can offer him a hammer to make his next turn slightly easier on the dice roll.
Last thing she's got to do though, even though she didn't get anything, she still has to cover up one of her abilities. This dragon's got no armor class, so you got, oh no, that's it. Armor class.
No, that's for me, yeah.
You can cover up that one, because I got that same ability, so I could give it to us instead of...
Is that for both of us? Or
no,
that
I
just...
choose one, either you or me. Because I'm holy storming.
It doesn't matter, actually, to be fair. We're not going to...
No. So, basically, those dice I get to re-roll. I can keep this one. As Carla was saying, I need a lot of hammers for my stuff, so I'm going to keep the hammer. And then I'm going to roll these 4. Right, there's another hammer. I'm going to keep that. Got 2 magic here and 2 hammers. That can give +2 armor class to someone. That's interesting. I think I might do that. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to re-roll this because I don't want another dragon. So there we go. So I'm going to do shield. So it gives either me or Carla +2 armor class. What's your life, Carla? 24?
22.
22. Mine's 24. Have you covered up your one as well, yeah? The armor class one.
My armor class is covered, yeah.
I think I'll give it to you. So you can get... So you write in the bracket next to your max or your armor class that you got 2 armor class now.
Okay.
So the reason why she writes it on the right as opposed to the left. The left is your permanent and the right is your fluctuating one. So she's got now a +2 armor class. And that's my turn. So over to you.
Okay, so I could keep, potentially, if he allows me, the ranger symbol, which is the one he didn't use, which I'm probably going to do. Let's see if that helps me a little bit. Crap stacks. It's my 3rd roll, isn't it?
No, I think you got 1 left, honey. That was your 2nd roll. I'm pretty sure it's your 2nd roll. Besides, if it's not, people just call us out for cheating.
I can't remember.
No, I think it was your 2nd one.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
A lot of crossbows.
Yeah, but that doesn't really help me.
Did you get nothing again?
No, I've. Oh, I might very well have not got nothing again.
You got 2 crossbows, a magic, 3 crossbows, a magic,
no,
and.
I can do strike. I needed an extra magic to do anything else. I think I'm just going to strike him for 5.
Okay, so she's doing her basic strike, which is 5 damage. The dragon has no armor class, so he's got 45 health, which will now put him down to 40.
Okay.
And she covers up a strike. She can't do that again this turn. Which ones did you use? Those. So you got...
Yeah, that's not actually. It was. I think it might have been that symbol. I just picked it up.
Okay, well, I'm not going to keep any of those then. So, ooh, hammer, hammer. Hammer, hammer. I can do. That's already good for smite. I'm definitely going to re-roll those 2. Do I want to keep the magic for the holy strike? No. I'm going to go hammer time. Swords and hammers. Swords and magic. No. One more roll. Oh, great.
Uh-oh.
So, I got the another hammer. So I got 3 hammers, which is going to do healing hand. Oh, god damn it! Oh no, Holy Storm and 2 other. All right, so
It's the same.
Just to see what my mumbling's about. I got 3 hammers there, which could do 6 plus 6 HP to someone, which will probably be to me. But I could have done also 3 but I need 2 of the same of something else. Obviously, I can't use dragons for that either.
You could smite for 4 though if you wanted to.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just going to go with the healing hands. Screw it. And I'm going to give myself plus 6 health. But
you fully healed.
Well, I'm going to take 5 now from the slashing claws. So I'm just going to cancel it out and take 1 damage.
Okay.
Because what I'm saying is the dragon will hit me for 1. I'm not saying this properly. Right. So no, I think you're right. Actually, I'm going to go with smite instead. Then I'm going to just do the 2.
I just think that essentially this would take precedence over it then striking you.
So I'm going to do that, which does 4 damage to the dragon. So I'm going to do smite, or whatever it was. Yeah, smite. So putting it to 36. And then, that's used 2 of my hammers. I have 1 dragon on my last roll. So this is where it counterattacks against me, specifically, because I'm the one who's playing now. And it's going to do the smashing claws, which is 5 damage to me. I got no armor class, which will put me to 19. And that is my turn.
Okay, so ugh. The dice is not liking me today.
Got a lot of those stealth symbols.
I know, but stealth doesn't help me. Unless it's because I was looking at the rogue earlier. The dice is annoyed at me for not doing that.
I probably should mention that. We're using these 2 characters, but there's a load of other characters. You've got the warrior, the wizard, the cleric, the ranger, and the rogue. And they all have different stats. Well, roughly. They all use different parts of the dice.
I'm missing another hammer. Okay. Right, so...
Isn't that ironic considering I had a hammer spare for you?
Unfortunately. That's not helping me at all because I need 2 of everything.
Yeah, but they say hindsight is a beautiful thing.
Okay, well I cannot use my strike again because I've already covered it up. And unfortunately I need 2 magical symbols for everything except for my critical hit, which I need all 5 and I don't. So help yourself to something you like.
Have you got a big dud again?
Cover that up because...
Okay. You're doing your very wizardy stuff here, Woogie.
Apparently I'm a rogue in wizard's clothing.
Okay. So I think I might keep the magic just... you know what? No, I'm going to keep anything. I'll see what I'm going to get. Because you didn't get any hammers. Right. I've got a hammer.
You've got 2 hammers.
Oh, I've got 2 hammers. Which is not ideal.
What do you mean it's not ideal?
Well, I've already covered the 2 hammers. And
yeah, but I mean, if you get a 3rd hammer and
2
2 of
same.
something else...
It's really unlikely. I'm thinking I might go for the Holy Strike, which needs 1 hammer, 1 sword, and 1 magic. There's the magic. So I'm going to keep that. So I'm going to need just a sword. There's my sword. And I'm not going to re-roll again, just in case I get another dragon symbol. So I'm going to do 5 damage to the dragon with a Holy Strike. Hadouken!
I don't think clerics say that.
How do you know? That puts the dragon down to 31.
Let me say that I don't think clerics should say that. That'd be better.
Yeah. Alright, so we've both had 3 turns now. I've used up all our what's her name, class tokens. So now the dragon gets to do its turn. So do you want to do it for the dragon? So she's going to roll just like you
really
would.
Want to trust me with the dice?
Well, you rolled pretty badly so far, so I'm counting on you to not kill us.
You realise that rolling the dragons is rolling badly.
So that's 1. And 1 more roll. 1. Okay.
And now I get all the magical symbols.
Yeah. So the 1 dragon symbol on the dragon's turn is Smashing Claws, which does 5 damage to both of us. Don't forget your armor class 2, so you only take 3. And I take another 5, putting me down to 14.
So that armor class goes now, doesn't it?
No, it stays for the whole hunt.
Okay.
Alright, and then we clear off our armor class tokens, and we go again. So, initiative starting with Carla. Well, I just wanted to point out, you can go, Carla. I just want to point out, we're playing the easiest dragon there is. Some of the other dragons have much better and stronger abilities, more hit points, more damage on their strikes and stuff. But I just wanted to show you the basic dragon, and if you do end up picking up the game from Kickstarter, then you will see that the campaign sort of steadily takes you through. Well, we've just fought a dragon in our last game which had locked in dice, and you had to take counter attacks to get rid of the dice, which was brutal.
I could just not roll a magical symbol for the life of me. Yeah, the thing Jason hasn't mentioned as well is that the campaign mode starts very much like your standard almost dungeon crawler, which is, you know, your party's in a pub somewhere and you hear about some village being attacked by a dragon and off you go to defeat the dragon. So it feels very much like a classic kind of, you know, well, D&D game, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, without...
This is a D&D game. Dice and Dragons.
Yes.
Did you get nothing again?
No, because I have no magical symbols. So help yourself.
I'm going to keep a hammer, I think. And then I will roll. Ooh, that's a lot of swords, which is no real good to me. I don't want to do Holy Strike at this point. Those are...
One magic. Oh.
Yeah, I might keep the magic. Yeah.
In fact, you've got a Holy Strike there if you wanted it.
Okay, I'm going to keep that one side. I'm going to re-roll these two. If I'm only stuck with one hammer, I might give you... Oh, goodness me. That's sucky. Okay, so I'm thinking, yeah, I was thinking of just using the one hammer as a blessing to give you a re-roll token. Because you're the one supposed to be doing the most damage, but you're not doing anything.
I don't know why you decided that. Wizards are as much of a support character as clerics are. Until they get harder later on.
Yes, I could do 5 damage to the dragon now, which will put it down to 26. Which is basically around about halfway.
Do that.
Alright, fine. So...
Because you can still give me that. That's more useful than giving me...
That's true. Okay, so yeah. So I'll do a Holy Strike, which is my basic attack. Dish, for this turn. Doing 5 more damage to the dragon. Putting 26. I don't know if I mentioned at the beginning of the game. I can't remember now. But the way we win this game is obviously if we defeat the dragon. If the dragon defeats both of us, i.e. kills us both, then the dragon wins. In the campaign, you can obviously flee as well and come back to fight the dragon another time. And then, of course, if, say, let's say, for example, I die. Did I roll a dragon on my last turn, by the way? No, I didn't. If the dragon, say, kills me but doesn't kill Carla, she can continue to fight the dragon and then defeat it, resurrect me at the village for 2 gold.
I have no idea how many times I've now rolled because I was too busy listening to you. It's fine. You know what? I'm going to just do a strike.
For 5?
Yeah.
And it strikes you back for 5 as well.
Yeah.
Although only 3 because you got armor class 2. You're welcome. So dragon's down to 21 health. What do you have left that you didn't use this?
Those 2. Yes, that.
Nothing. The rogue symbol is no good for me. Right, it's hammer time. Oh, maybe not. Holy Strike is not going to be any use to me now, so I'm going to re-roll all of those. Oh, come on, there's some hammers.
There's 2 hammers.
2 hammers is Smite, which is 4 damage. It's not too bad. Let's see what else I get. So, I've got 3 hammers, which is Healing Hands. I can heal myself for 6. I'm not too fussed about that. You can obviously only activate 1 ability as well a turn. You can't, for example, I got 3 hammers. I couldn't do Smite and Blessing. If I'd rolled another symbol similarly, I would have done Holy Storm. But I think I might regret this, but I'm going to spend 2 hammers to do Smite, which is another 4 damage. I'm going for damage rather than defense here, putting him down to 17. That's well within your range, Carla. And then I have a magic symbol left for you if you want.
Yeah.
There's another magic symbol. Woo!
What else do I need? So if I can get...
And another one. Look at you.
Right, well, I think that's what I'm going to do, because I don't think I'll be able to get anything else. So I can firebolt him for 6.
Fireball for 6, putting him down to 11. So he's not going to die before having another attack. So let's see what my turn will be. Could go for a shield on myself. Did I roll any magic symbols? I did not. But I got a hammer. What have I got there? Swords.
Lots of swords.
None of it any use to me. Oh, that's really, really bad. Okay, so I did get one.
That's good for you, though.
I can give a blessing.
Oh, it's a re-roll.
Yeah.
That's not what I thought it was.
So I can either give it to you or me. I think I'm going to give it to you, just purely on the fact that I might not survive this round. So I'm going to give you the blessing. And I got two dragons there, by the way. I didn't forget that. So 2 dragons is a tail strike, doing me for 7, putting me down to 7. And now, Carly, you need to roll for the dragon.
Why do I need to roll for the dragon?
If you roll 2 or more dragons, I'm dead.
Right.
That's a good
let's
start.
Let's not say things like that, because, you know...
No, that one didn't roll. You just dropped it.
Not, well, it apparently
There you go.
disagrees.
Right, one more. I'm still alive. Don't roll anymore. Yeah, I'm still alive. So slashing claws puts me down to 2.
Is that 5?
Yep.
It's 3 for me, isn't it?
I'm down to 2 health, teetering on the brink of destruction. But he's only on 11 health, and you go first. We remove all our tokens, and you can kill him, Carla.
What's he on? 11.
Yeah.
I cannot kill him. With what? It's a freaking dragon. How difficult do you think? Level 1 little wizard.
I'm thinking about what you were, when we were playing early in the campaign.
2.
Reroll this. I don't like that one.
Yeah, I don't like that one either.
Oh, there's 3 magic symbols.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you're going to take 3 to the face. Or 5, but minus your armor.
Minus my armor.
So I'm making you look good, yeah. I'm giving you... Oh, you look very good. You got to reroll if you want.
Do you want me to use it?
No, I don't know if it's up to you. I mean, can you get anything better than the 3 magic symbols now?
Not really. I mean, I'd need 2 of the same symbols to basically...
Do anything, yeah.
So
no,
whereas the 3 gives me 6.
Keep it for later.
Okay.
So how much are you doing?
Use any of that. Okay, so I take
Well,
another
first,
3,
yeah.
but I deal 6
So
with a fireball.
it's down to 5. And what are you down to?
10.
10?
It's the armor class. I'm telling you, you should have put it on yourself. I'd be dead, but you know, you might still be functional.
Right, can I do more than 5 damage? Let's see. Holy Strike does 5. Holy Strike could kill it. Right, what do I need for Holy Strike? I need a magic. And I need a hammer and a sword. I could... 2 magic could give me a shield. I feel like that's redundant now.
Yeah.
There's the sword. Right, so I need 1 hammer on these last 3 dice. Come on, hammer. Ugh. Sucky, sucky. Are you keeping your magic already?
Yes.
So what have I got? 3 magic, a crossbow and a sword, which does nada. So I'm going to just cover up my shield. And I'll let you have the glory of defeating the dragon. I did that on purpose, by the way. I on purposely rolled bad so that I could give you, all the things I've been giving you this
suck
game.
my glory away. What's it on 5?
Yes.
I can do that, but no, I suppose.
Go big, man. Go all the way. Do your highest damage you can.
But it might kill me. For the sake of,
You got to re-roll that one, surely.
There. Happy?
Yes. So how much damage are you doing?
5.
5. All right. So cover up what you...
Strike.
And the red dragon, young red dragon, is taken down. Should I draw a little skull? That looks more like a heart.
It does look like a heart.
And there we go. We have defeated the young red dragon, with both of us surviving. Me on the skin of my teeth with 2 health left. But, I'm just saying I was keeping Carla in the game. Right, so what would happen now if this was part of the campaign, just for example? There's 8 experience, so that would be shared equally amongst us. As there's a 2-player, we get 4 each, and you mark in there 4 experience. And then there's 3 gold, we get 1 each, and then we can decide who would get the other gold. Who would get the other gold, babe?
In this case, me, because I did the killing blow.
What? Typical.
Well, it actually, to be fair, it probably would depend on how we wanted to play out. For instance, during the campaign, you read the kind of the preliminary like little bits of
snippets and stuff.
Yeah. So essentially, it gives you a little bit of a story to follow.
And also, we can share. Like for example, there was a situation that came up in the campaign that we're playing. Where I had 3 gold and Carla had 2 gold or something like that, and she wanted something that cost 3 gold, so I bought it and gave it to her, and she bought something else and gave it to me. So there's obviously cooperation. You're working together, and some of the dragons that you fight later on, you have to work together, otherwise you'll just get murdered.
Just to give you an idea of the campaign setting where the young red dragon comes into play, and let me just say, I think this game is a campaign game. The way that we've just played it simplifies it too much and takes all of the the flourish out of it. So for instance, chapter 1, which is the Bearwood in Flames, it says, as you follow the trail to the peak of the hill, just a few miles north of Bearwood, the odour of dead animals and rotting flesh slow your stride for a moment. A local farmer reported that the dragon grabbed his last 2 goats a few nights ago and took them back to the hill. You draw your weapons and calmly sneak up on the oblivious young red dragon. So you have a bit of a setting to follow, and then once you are done, there's a little bit more that follows. But essentially, you have got a marketplace that you can then follow into. It tells you what items there are, how many of the items are available, and what their gold cost is. So yes, you can go according to, well, I slayed the dragon, so I get the leftover gold. But actually, if an item is more useful to, say, the other player, you might want to, think of giving them the gold. So it does feel very much like, one of those kind of dungeon crawlers that you would do together before you go off to the next mission with the next dragon.
And obviously, the more players you add, we played 2-player, and I find the game works well 2-player, but 3-player works well as well. But the more people you add, the easier the game becomes, because everyone will have goes before the dragon gets a go. But obviously, you get other abilities that you can level up as well. So, for example, one of Carla's abilities that she can, it's not a spoiler, it's just something you can choose as you go along. One of her abilities, when she reaches level 3, I think it is.
I think it might be level 4.
She can basically get an extra one of these class tokens, which means she gets 4 goes a turn as the wizard. The ranger, for example, can add extra damage or extra things to its bow shots and stuff like that. So they have a lot of variety that you can change into the game as well. And just to point out as well, Elad has said at the back here that that there's more stuff to be added to the game as well. So there'll be different monsters to fight, more sheets you can print out on the website, and expanding the world of Acadia?
Don't make Jason read things like that.
And yeah, the dragons, of course, change in difficulty as well. For example, you can see the pale dragon has more health, has an armor class value, so it reduces the damage incoming, and obviously its damage is more damaging, like more.
We don't want to show you guys too much because essentially, like we said, this is a campaign style game, and the very first set of sheets will be playing through. So some of you might not want to look ahead, and we don't want to kind of spoil that. But obviously, if you go onto the Dice and Dragons website, I'm sure there'll be things that you can have a look at. That'll give you some information as to how much you want to maybe know beforehand.
And of course the Kickstarter page as well.
It's a nice simplistic game. Nothing too overly complicated, but quite fun.
Very interesting as well. It sort of simplifies down D&D into a very small...
Yeah, it's like a, what do they call a paper adventure.
Yeah. And
with pretty little, well, I don't know. I guess there's a certain type of people that really enjoy making character sheets, and it kind of falls into that character that part of for me a little bit. And
each hunt goes pretty quick. It was a half an hour, and that was with us filming and talking and stuff. And we finished the first dragon. I think the estimate is about 20 minutes per hunt. I reckon you could probably do it faster. Certain hunts, certainly the first few hunts. Yeah, you know what I really like this type of thing for is when you like say going traveling. You know, yeah, you don't need a lot of space. You know, just a place to roll the dice, and you got your pen and paper things ready. Anyway, well there we go. I hope you got the general gist of what Dice and Dragons are like. This is on Kickstarter today, which is, if you follow the link below, will take you to that. And I'm sure Golden Egg Games would love your support. The guys work really hard at trying to produce quality games. This is a prototype, by the way, and the prototype components are amazing anyway. Beautiful box, lovely artwork and stuff. So go check it out, and if it's your type of thing, give them some support on their Kickstarter. And thanks for watching. Speak to you guys later.